Yeah, we're seeing some success in fighting this fire. As you mentioned, it started in Eastland County. I'm on the edge of part of where that fire started. Behind me, you can see smoldering. I'm told that that is about 30% contained. Joining me now live is Adam Turner from the Texas A&M Forestry Service. Well, first of all, let's start talking about exactly what kind of success you guys have had fighting this fire so far.
So we had a great response from many volunteer departments here in Eastland County as well as Palo Pinto County. They were able to really put a good attack on this fire initially. They requested assistance from Texas A&M Forest Service, and we brought heavy equipment in along with aviation support to really go in and construct containment lines around the head and the left flank of this fire. This fire is largely burned up to Highway 16 on the right side, so we do have line around most of the fire at this time.
Yeah, talk about what the pilots were doing.
So the pilots were flying and dropping either water or what we call fire retardant. It's a mixture of phosphorus and nitrogen and clay, and it really slows fire spread and allows ground resources to then go in and build containment line.
And any danger to structures at this point? Any injuries that we know of?
So we don't have any injuries or structures damaged at this time. We do have some structures that are about a quarter mile to a half mile in front of the head of this that were initially threatened, but at this time forward progress has been really slowed, so we're feeling pretty confident about those structures at this point.
Yeah, Adam, I'm seeing hot spots burning out here. How do you guys tackle that? Because it seemed like it's spread out across the 200 plus acres.
So those hot spots are going to continue burning for a while. The ones that are closest, most likely 100 feet or so from the edge of the fire, we're going to work to put those out. But if they're burning further interior, they're likely going to be left to continue burning over the course of the next couple days. We're going to make sure that they don't pose a threat of actually jumping outside of those containment lines, but then the rest will be left to burn just so that they can burn themselves out and we have less of a risk of wildfire in the future in this area.
All right, real quick, any word on how this started?
We don't have a cause yet at this time.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Adam Turner with Texas A&M Forestry Service. Again, they're going to be out here for a while. They have been out here all day. One of the other things that they're battling is the heat. Right now here in Eastland County, it's 104 degrees. Back to you in the studio. Morgan?
All right, Scoop, I'll actually take it. For the second time this week, ERCOT has extended its weather watch in the midst of these rising temperatures. This was set to expire tonight, but the grid operator did push that date to Friday, August 18th. So one more week because, as meteorologist Stacia Wilson is about to tell us, there's no relief in sight. And Stacia, I feel so bad for those firefighters who are out there fighting in this extreme heat.
It is so hot. You're absolutely
miserable.
right. A couple weeks ago, we were in Blum at a fire, and it also makes it so difficult for them because when it's this dry and you're trying to monitor so many hot spots, I mean, it can happen in a second.
Absolutely.
They're literally just driving around trying to make sure it doesn't get out of control again.
Yeah, you've got wind, you've got heat, you've got extremely dry ground, so it's just the perfect recipe for these fires to go out of control.
Yes. You do the forecast.
She's absolutely right. That's up to you. That is up to you. You're the science girl around here.
104 right now downtown. Very little cloud cover out there, and it feels closer to 109, 110. Basically the exact same situation we were in yesterday afternoon. Today's an almost exact repeat of that. You have a red flag warning in place as a result of the very hot, dry conditions and low humidity. And those winds are going to pick up tonight and over the weekend, so that's not going to help things. So this high and elevated fire threat is going to stay in effect until further notice. Something else that's going to stay in effect is this excessive heat warning. Remember yesterday, they had extended it through yesterday evening and mentioned it was very possible that they could go ahead and extend it through today. Well, they went ahead and extended it through Saturday. So you now have a dangerous heat alert through half of your weekend. I want to go ahead and show you the radar. This is what rain looks like now. So we did have some earlier. We had, even it looked like a possible storm. It fizzled out very quickly. It's on the Texas-Oklahoma border. We're not getting any. It's not lasting very long. But right around Sherman, you could feel a few sprinkles out there. And as I mentioned before, those winds are really going to start to pick up. This is a look at 7 o'clock at night. You're around 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And then as the evening progresses, they could get up to 35 miles or more, especially Tarrant counties and counties west of Tarrant County. For your weekend, yeah, very similar to today. High of 106 Saturday and Sunday with lows in the low 80s.